collaborating with some very special friends of Sunrise, the team at PRI. Talk to us about that collaboration.
Well, that came about through surprise, honestly. I met them through my husband, who is Gramps Morgan of Morgan Heritage. I'm sure you know him too. Things just happened to align because, as I said, this was not a plan. He put me in touch with Elvira, Omar, and said, hey guys, I love what you're doing. You need to meet my wife. And I love what they're doing. They're building out a facility in the Grill for critical care patients where we can still offer traditional medications. It's not to go against current hospitals or current pharmaceuticals, but it's just to widen the lens. Instead of people going around for alternative medicines, or people in Jamaica having to go foreign, or people in other parts of the world having to go somewhere where they have to pay so much money and get 4, 5, 6 different opinions, why not go to Negril, where mentally you can feel good, you can feel like you're in a place of healing, but be under the supervision of top-notch doctors, top-notch nurses from Jamaica, but also from all around the world that are focused on you as a patient. Yeah. Because I think that's where we fall short in medicine in general, is that there are a lot of protocols and that we don't practice precision medicine, I like to call it, where it's personalized to you. If you have diabetes and I have diabetes, we probably shouldn't be taking the same medication because those diabetes were developed differently. We are different people. God made us different. So that is the goal behind this facility, that I decided to join hands with them because ultimately these kind of things are what I want to be able to be a part of.
When Elvira was here before on the program with Adrian, one of the points that she made, you just prompted me to ask this question, or to highlight that the selection of the team members who will give the care to the patients and clients and family members is a key component of the approach that you guys are all taking. So kudos for that. But coming back to you, when you mentioned being introduced to the team by Gramps and the synergies that have come out of that, scientists don't normally speak about the more emotive side of their lives, but you seem so much more excited because of all of the components. How important is this experience to you, as not just, as you explained before, helping your own son, but as a scientist bringing this type of healing and alternative approaches to people who need care back in medical care?
It's more to me than a job at this point, and it's more to me than just championing myself for having a son that is 6 years old, completely normal, loves Jamaica, loves Cocoa Jam, and loves being at the farm in St. Thomas, and to be able to watch him and watch him thrive. More families deserve this. And like you said, we don't want to wait too long. And so this center gives us the ability to actually still be a part of family while getting your treatment as well. There's going to be a place for the family to be able to be a part of this healing. Healing is an embodiment of many factors. Healing is not just a pill that you put in your mouth. It's the environment that you're in. It's your mental status. It's your acceptance.
Folks, cell and developmental biologist Dr. Annabelle Morgan, wife of Grammy Award-winning artist Gramps Morgan, she will share a very personal story about using custom-made medication to save her son's life, and her plans to use this knowledge of medicine to save the lives of other chronically ill patients in Jamaica. Dr. Morgan, welcome to Smile. How are you?
Happy to be here, Neville. Thank you for having me. How are you today?
Can't complain. Give thanks. 200 seizures a day.
Yes, sir. I'm missing 40% of his brain.
And I suspect, because one of my grandkids, he has, epilepsy, he has seizures, and I was told that every time he had a seizure, he could die. And he took something like 14 tablets a day or something like that. So where did this come from? How did you know where to go outside of traditional medicine?
I didn't know where to go, but I think that that's what I had become blessed with, is the ability to be a scientist and do research and really look at my son's case as a personalized case, because you know, every child is different, and so not every child would be cured in the same way that my son has been cured. And it's just a desperation of a mother and having that faith that led me to come up with what I did as a cell and developmental biologist. Actually, I have a background in neuroscience. I started this science journey in neuroscience. So again, it was just almost as though it was written.
Yeah. And how does it happen? Is he given an injection? Is he over everything? Can you stop using the CBD? Tell me about the treatment regime.
Well, at that time, when I first gave it to him, I inserted it through his G tube because he was predicted to never eat. So he was eating through a tube. So I just put it directly in his tube at that time. Around the age of 1 year old, when he started being able to eat, I would give it to him in his mouth. And slowly after, I wasn't having to give it to him daily like a regular medicine, because it's kind of like water, something that you're replenishing in your system. Your body's dehydrated, you give yourself water. We have an inner healing system. If that's not working, if that's dehydrated, I gave him, in this case, CBD, and it was scientifically formulated just for him.
CBD is an extract of ganja, right?
That's right.
Wow. But you said he lost 40% of his brain, but then you say no, he's normal.
He's absolutely normal. He's been to Jamaica very, very many times and loves it there. You know, our brain has the ability to rewire and to compensate for areas that are damaged, and in his case, areas that are lost. So the potential of not just CBD alone, but cannabis in general, and utilizing those compounds to really be able to allow that brain to rewire, reconnect. I mean, it's an unimaginable opportunity with what we can do with a lot of these natural medicines, not just ganja.
Yeah. Forgive my ignorance, but can you regain 40% of the brain, or that's lost forever?
No, that's not ignorance at all. We wondered if it was growing back as well. And no, we've done a recent MRI, and that brain there's just a hole there. So, you know, what's happening is the areas that are there are recognizing that they need to do the work in its place, and it's incredible.
Yeah. So when you come to Jamaica, will you put this out there for all of us to have a chance to
Yes, I mean, when I come to Jamaica, and obviously you're able to introduce me and my work to the world and to Jamaica without me physically being there. I'm there all the time. Yes, the opportunity at this product, the opportunity for healing. We're opening a clinical care clinic in the Grill, Jamaica, for patients that usually doctors say, hey, there's nothing left to do. There's no more medications for you. You know, a place where patients can go and have an opportunity to try other methods that might not yet be FDA approved, but are almost there, and we can make those available for patients. So I'll be around. I'll be moving and trying to get my work in collaboration with Jamaica and the universities there and across the Caribbean, for sure.